Yes, well, I usually start. Let's start now, okay? I will show you how I'll do. Up, I will turn the camera facing this way.
We can't. All we can see is we can't. We need to see your food.
Yeah. Up.
Hi everyone. Happy Saturday. Happy to see you guys. Right. Have Vincent Méreau. He's an international doctor.
Yeah.
Doctor and everything. He is not a chef by trade, but he has cookies since he was 10, like me.
Yes.
He has a beautiful dish that he's been preparing in 6 minutes.
Yeah, so I've got my initial cilantro here.
Cilantro, okay.
Yes. What I will do, I will salt.
Softening the onions, and then after the onions are softened, are you adding meat?
I will do the meat first, and I will salt the meat first in order to get the blood out of the meat. That will help. You know, that's just ground beef, but you can use minced lamb, or if you want it more flavored. But yeah, very very simple. Okay, so we'll start with beef first. So this is why.
I'm here with the chef right now. He's showing us how to cook a beautiful pasta dish in 6 minutes.
Yeah, I've put my thermostat here. I've put my thermostat here to the max. If you can see it in the corner, simply because I want the meat to be done firmly first. Right, I will show to YouTube and the other channels at the same time. There we go. All right. So,
what do you mean by six only? I don't know what that means.
I will show you. I will probably.
That are six only. I don't know what you mean by that. Don't lose your time. That's what you said. You have 6 minutes only. He's telling you that your time is get all that.
Okay, there we go.
When you cook in 6 minutes, also to have all your food prepped and ready.
At this point, I will add the salt right away.
Add that salt. And see, I put salt in my hand and I just flushed it over.
A good quantity of salt. And I've got black pepper here. Okay, so black pepper. Why? Because
Okay, you were asked a question. What kind of beef are you using?
so it's ground beef, and I have to go fast because I put it to the max here, the thermostat, right? So it will detach the meat more easily.
Okay, so it's ground beef, and I always say be very cautious about where you buy your meat. Your sources can go to local butcher or farmers that are respectably, butchering their meat and taking care of their feeding the animals with proper food, and it'll taste better.
Exactly. Yeah. So I've put all the salt and the pepper right at the beginning so that the meat is not cooked yet, so it can absorb all these extra ingredients. Because when it's cooked, it doesn't absorb anymore, right?
Everyone want to learn how to.
So you see these big chunks. Oh, not easy to show like this. But these big chunks of meat.
And the thing is, you don't have to have it fully cooked, because as you're adding flavors into, you don't want the meat fully infused before you put everything in.
Yeah.
So add your spices and add what you want. And meat does not have to be a little bit.
Okay, I will show you. Easier if I transport the camera instead. So you see the meat is completely detached now. It's in different flakes. It's like flakes of meat.
Lovely.
Yeah, Yeah, so it's very light. You see, it's very light now. The meat is completely detached. It's not like big chunks. See what I mean? Okay. So at this point, I can reduce my stove, my thermostat,
Yeah.
to medium because we're gonna leave it
Reduce your stove to medium, okay?
because we're gonna leave it for a while. Okay.
So as you're cooking the meat, at first you let it open up and cook a little, then you start adding flavors to it. So
Yeah.
you start infusing. And the thing with people is, I don't know what kind of pan you're using, but when I use an iron skillet or a wok, it holds the heat. So you can have the heat up high at first to get the pan nice and hot, but then reduce it because the pan will just keep getting warmer and warmer. You don't want to keep it at a high heat, otherwise everything will start overcooking and get burnt. So you're better off just you can bring up the heat just to get things started, to sear whatever you want. Always bring it down.
So now I will work on the onion. The onion I will keep big chunks of the onions because it's more tasty. If it's too fine, it's
6 minutes. You have like 1 minute left.
oh yes, because yeah, right.
Hurry up. Just kidding. You should enjoy yourself when you're cooking. I think, when you're cooking with someone, you don't have to be fast. You take your time. But I think a lot of people that, say, oh, cooking takes so long. It's not true. You can make a beautiful meal if you have all the right fresh ingredients. You can make a dish in, anywhere from 6 to 12 minutes. It's that simple.
Yeah.
I wonder, should I start making the pesto while you're doing this? Does he have his back to us? Are you sure you'll finish it?
I have. Yeah, I have.
Sandar, if I was in the kitchen, it would have been done already, okay?
You know what I need? I need this famous apron from yeah, the apron from Italy. You know, the David, from Michelangelo. Is you've got this apron and it's showing. It's a sexy apron basically.
Sandar, I think, Vincent is French, so he's just taking his time. He's being very French. That's okay. That's his sexy way of cooking.
Exactement.
And, to the French, 6 minutes, 20 minutes, what's the difference? It's the same, right?
So you
Am
see,
I right?
exactement. So you see, I've added my onions. I've added the onions now, so it will make juice. All right.
Hi everyone. Feel free to send a badge. Vincent is making a beautiful, I think, did you say a bolognese? What kind of
Bolognese sauce. It's meat sauce, and we call it in Italy. We call it pasta al ragù. Yeah.
Nice. Do you add cream to your bolognese?
No. That's not. Yeah, that's different. Bolognese is a meat sauce.
That's very American, isn't it?
Yeah, you don't put cream. No, you've got different types of sauces. But
Okay,
at this
so
point,
far we have an onion. He softened an onion, half of an onion, finely chopped and softened it. I like to use an iron skillet. I pick up the heat high, and then as I'm cooking, I bring it down because keep an iron skillet on high heat is going to get ridiculously hot and burn everything. So bring it down. It's just softening it up. It's even brown if you want it to crumb, so it has that sweet flavor to it. And then you add
what I'm adding now, there are.
No cream the Italian way, correct? Not the Italian way, but the Americans like to juice funny things sometimes, don't we? I agree. And sometimes, I'm not going to lie, I add a little creme fraiche just because I like it. But I understand the traditional way is not to do that.
Yeah.
So, Vincent, is it true in Italy that you do not add pine nuts to pesto?
You do not add what?
In Italy, do they add pine nuts to pesto?
No, you stick to the basic recipe for making pesto with.
I
Yeah.
I tell people they don't like they don't make it like that in Italy. So I just do Parmesan.
Right. Right. But you can.
Parmigiano,
Yeah.
Parmigiano.
Yeah, Parmigiano Reggiano. Yes, you can always like customize your own recipe. It's okay. You don't have to stick.
Did you like my accent, Parmigiano?
Yeah, Parmigiano Reggiano.
Parmigiano. The garlic, I don't know how to say that, and basil, olive oil. That's it, guys. That's how I make my pesto. It's so easy. I could have made it about 20 times now.
Yeah. There we go. If you can still see the recipe. There we go.
Okay, so Vincent, again, he's French, so 6 minutes and that means, 20 minutes. Maybe I'll have it in 20 minutes. let me have a cigarette first and think about it.
It's true.
Almost maybe. I don't know.
Exactement.
Let's go watch a French film robot.
I've added the diced tomatoes. You
I
can
love
have.
the French. I love France. I love Italy. I lived in Italy in my 20s, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Best food in the world is the French and Italians and the Spaniards. Spanish is beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
So thanks for joining. Keep joining us. It's Saturday. It's we're trying to teach you how to cook in supposedly 6 minutes, but it's okay.
No, it's done now. It's done now. We're just gonna leave it rest.
Enjoy life. Enjoy cooking. Our whole point is that if you wanted to cook something in 6 minutes, you could. The white sauce is Northern Italian. Yes. So I was in Milan. And
Yeah.
I was like 20 something just a couple years ago.
Yeah, in Milan.
And,
in Milan, you've got recipes with usually the northern Italy, they eat rice, and southern Italy, they eat pasta. Because you've got all the rice fields in northern Italy. So I grew up there when I was a child in northern Italy.
where in Italy? Where?
Well, in different parts, but Novara, when I was in grade, I don't know, I was like 10 years old or something, I don't know. Novara, Vercelli, it's in between Milan and Turin. So you've got all the rice fields over there. So when you drive on the road, you can end up in the ditch and you are just like in the rice fields. It's all flooded. Yeah.
So fun.
Yeah.
So as Vincent and I'm here in his kitchen, he's in mine, we're cooking together. See, this is my point about cooking. See, now he's telling me some really fun stories, and that's what's really cool about cooking with people.
Exactly.
Together. Vincent and I don't know each other. We've met virtually one time. But, we can converse all day about stories around.
Oh, yeah. I've got plenty of stories. I've got some.
Right. So, and that's why I tell people it's really it's intimate because you could literally not know the person at all. But the minute you start talking about a memory around food or how you learned how to cook or where you were when you had a specific dish, it makes the conversation, right? It's been interesting. So I just keep finding out parts. Like, I already know that your Polish grandmother cooked all
Yeah. Yeah, I was one time, I don't know, around maybe 18 years old or something, and I was in Novara. I was in Novara Fair, International Fair, representing. I was representing the kiosk, representing France with the French gastronomy. Different producers like.
He was representing.
Yeah, represents. Yeah, France.
I'm trying to add humor through this. Ignore me. I'm probably not that funny, but guys, this was the first time something option. I don't know. Do you hear what that person said? I see what they said.
Of course.
Said something about the opinion. I don't know. Anyway, that's what I was saying. It's always fun. It's always fun to learn about other people's experience in life through cooking. It's so much fun. Look at that. How beautiful. Okay, so tell us what you just did.
Yeah. So basically in Milan, you've got they eat more risotto. Okay, so those rice fields are for cooking risotto with white wine. So if you have risotto with saffron, for example, it's definitely not Milanese style. because we don't have saffron in northern Italy, right? It's
No,
it's an added up.
that's very like Moroccan or Spanish.
Yes,
right?
exactly. So if you want, you cannot have like a typical Italian risotto with saffron. That doesn't make sense. It is delicious. I love it. Okay, I
Yes,
love
you're
risotto
right.
with
Tutorial does take a little bit longer. You're right. I'm just being funny because we said 6 minutes. You can't make it in 6 minutes, but we're just talking. We're enjoying ourselves. He's showing us how to make the traditional, beautiful dish from. This guy is international.
Yeah. So then we've got in Milan, you've got scaloppina milanese. Scaloppina milanese, it's a chicken scallop. It's not breast. It's not chicken breast. It's chicken scallops. It's very thin, and you fry it in the pan with
Well, it is chicken breast. It's just pounded
bread
down.
with breadcrumbs. With this So this is the scaloppina milanese with white wine.
Just tell us what you made. Show us again and tell us what's in it.
Yeah. So this is from southern Italy. This is pasta al ragù with beef meat, and I put some onions, pepper, salt, diced tomatoes, and then I will add cilantro. I will add parmesan. I will add all the other ingredients which are here. And I will make the pasta then. The real Milanese risotto instead is with mushrooms, not with saffron, but with mushrooms. This is the real.
Someone just said the dish looks like it's coming along nicely.
Yes.
I took a virtual taste of it.
Yes, and here I've prepared the water. I prepared the water boiling in the meantime. So this is the reason why I personally, this is just my own thing, okay? I don't put salt in the water. If you put salt in the water, it will slow the process to boil. It will take longer to boil. But I've already put abundance of salt in the meat in order to take the blood out of the meat. So now my sauce is already salty. So I don't need to put some salt in the pasta. You understand? The sauce is already salty enough.
I agree.
Yes.
And it's a very, in America, I must say, it's sort of like everyone thinks you have to throw in a bunch of salt. And you can if you want your have a little bit salty taste on your pasta. You can if you want, but everyone thinks that it makes your water boil faster, which is the opposite. So do you put olive oil in your water, or you just do plain water?
I put olive oil only if in the end I feel it's dry. I would add some olive oil.
But you don't put it in the butter.
Well, it will help the pasta to detach, But in the sauce.
I always add it to my water.
Not in the boiling water. I don't put oil in the boiling water.
I always put a little bit in.
Yeah.
And then
Well, you can. You can. There's nothing wrong with that. You definitely can. Yeah. And now we'll put some olives.
Yes, very important point about the salt. It's true. It is a very important point. And he added salt to the meat, and that is definitely could add salt to meat. Some people use alternatives. Like here, we use things like liquid amino acid. It doesn't have quite the same taste, but if you're intolerant to salt, I don't use a lot of salt in my food. I'm very sparing on my salt.
There you go. I will show you the olives. I've just added the olives to my sauce at this point. Those are green olives. They're already sliced. But you can definitely use black olives. Black olives the taste is stronger. I will show to our Facebook people as well.
What kind of olive?
Those are just basic green olives. Now, if you really want to go fancy and spend the budget for it, you've got Bella di Cerignola. Bella di Cerignola is a very crunchy olive. It's very big. The size is that size. It's really big.
Is it green?
It's Bella di Cerignola, and
What color is it?
it's in the heel of the boot of Italy. I had some just at the restaurant.
What color?
Oh, they're green. They're green.
Yeah, they're kind of like a Spanish
They are really firmer. They are really firm. They're really crunchy. Yeah, they're perfect with a toothpick. With a toothpick, it's really perfect just to have a bite. Basically, it's really crunchy, very firm. But this is really unnecessary for this recipe. Yeah.
Sorry, people are making comments, so I'm answering.
Yeah. Bella di Cerino.
Listen, it's funny because my mother was like almost anti-salt growing up, so I grew up with not using very much salt. So my palate is used to very little salt.
Yeah, me too. I don't add salt to my dishes whenever it's served, like in the restaurant or something. Just use the natural salt of ingredients. Yeah, I just use the natural salt of the ingredients. Yeah.
I have my spoon. I'm ready for a taste.
Yeah.
I need some of that sauce.
Oh, you need to dip. You need to dip in.
I have some bread here too.
You can dip your spoon in.
Oh, that looks so good. Yeah. So Vincent.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but it's one of the most challenging things for me when I try to teach people to cook, and I've had to go back and measure because I never measured anything. As a chef, like I just, you just kind of intuitively know what to put in.
The ingredients, you mean? The ingredients you put in?
When I'm cooking.
Yeah.
And I'm teaching other people. Me personally, my whole life, I never like take a measuring cup.
Oh yeah. Oh.
I just put stuff in.
Oh girl, I feel you. I'm supposed
to intuitively knowing, but not everybody can do that.
Yeah, I've got that big.
I have to teach people that, so I give them kind of a variable. I say, okay, like.
Yes. Yes.
But the bottom line, whenever you're cooking that, and I'm not talking about baking, I'm talking about cooking. I always say err on the side of light rather than heavy. So
yes.
You can always add more, you can never subtract. So, for instance, when I'm going to make my pesto, I don't know the exact measurement. I'll give you kind of a parameter, but you can always add a little bit more Parmesan. Some people like their pesto a little more cheesy. Some people like it a little more, the basil punch to it. Some people like it with less garlic. So you kind of have to just be intuitive when you're cooking and understand, like you can taste things as you're cooking to see if, should I add a little bit more?
Yes.
But that's the beauty and the art of learning how to cook, everyone. It's not just looking at a recipe and following it. It's actually like getting into it yourself and tasting things. Even like basil, like when I'm cooking with people, I'll hand them a piece of basil and just tell them to eat a piece of raw basil.
Oh, cool.
Because it gives you an idea of how much flavor it is. So I just took one little tiny piece off of basil, and it's very strong. So don't think like you have to go overboard with everything, especially if you're using fresh ingredients. It becomes like a bit of a refined skill, but it's better just to add slowly. And it's also more fun if you're cooking with someone because you can taste it together and go, should we add more of this? Or, we want to put more basil, we want more cheese, then it becomes also a very interactive thing, which is what I talk about cooking. It's an intimate act together, it's fun. And when I say intimate, it doesn't have to be a lover. It can be a friend, a child, a parent, but it also can be a lover. But, it's just something that makes people connect. Yeah.
So somebody said, no salt on French fries. I do put some salt on French fries, not too much, but I do put a little bit, yes. However, less oil to fry the French fries. When you make French fries, you have this wonderful machine now. You put just a little bit, like a few drops of oil, and it will fry your French fries. They will keep it in. So you don't need to deep fry the French fries. You see what I mean? It's very different. So they stay crunchy,
And but here's what's popular with me. People also have air fryers here. Very popular here.
Yeah.
So tell me with your bolognese that you're making that looks delicious, and I wish I could have a big bowl of it right now.
Yes.
Tell me what kind of pasta are you preparing with it, and tell us how long. Like for me, I like that pasta. I like it al dente. So
Yes. So in fact, in Italy, we have thousands and thousands of variety of pasta, but they go. You choose your pasta according to the sauce you're gonna make. So if you're making like this kind of sauce with meat, you want the sauce to grip into the pasta. So you need this kind of shape. This is a shell. I chose a shell pasta because you see the hole inside. The hole can be filled with the sauce, so the sauce will stay inside the pasta. You can use tortellini, for example. So tortellini, they are the same system. It's like a drill. It's the shape of the pasta. The back is not open, but this is the shape.
Yes.
So the pasta will retain.
We call that rigatoni here.
Okay.
Or fusilli. Fusilli and rigatoni. So I love that. I use that in my pasta.
Yeah.
It holds
It will hold the pasta in between. You can use penne rigate, for example. Penne rigate, they are usually very, very common to use with this kind of sauce. But
yeah. You guys are making, like, I do a white creamy mac and cheese, and I use the rigatoni pasta. It's so yummy.
Yeah.
Okay.
But if you want salmon, for example, salmon with cream, right? You want like a salmon sauce. You would use linguine, for example. They're just linguine. They are flat and thick. Okay.
Yeah.
They are very long linguine.
So a common mistake that people make with pasta, very common, is they overcook it.
Oh, pasta is 10 minutes, but I made this exact same recipe with exact same ingredients in the US 15 years ago. And I just bought the pasta, from the store there in the US and so on. But the pasta I bought had no consistency. So usually a regular pasta is cooked in less than 10 minutes, depending how you want it. If you want al dente, like crunchy, or you want it just soft. But this pasta from the US, I don't know which, it had no consistency. I don't know which brand it was. It was really overcooked. Like it was cooked after 5 minutes, it was already ready.
Yeah.
After 5 minutes.
So
but
it actually kind of denigrates the taste. It takes away the taste of the food.
Yeah.
So the pasta part is just as important, guys.
Yes.
It's just as important. You don't, like, want it al dente, because also think about this, like, you can, we like it in our house. My daughter like it very al dente, because say you reheat it later, every time you reheat it, it breaks it down. So, but you really, if you overcook it, then it becomes mush, and it kind of ruins your dish. So
Yes.
it's kind of a skill set that you have to acquire. You really do. You
Usually,
can't just, like, throw it in and walk away. You gotta stand there with your pasta. You gotta be with her. You don't want to leave her alone.
Usually keep in mind 10 minutes roughly, not under 10 minutes. Okay, for pasta. Well, you can between 8 and 10 minutes, but 9 minutes, it will be al dente. It will be very crunchy. But so depending how you like it, it's really like and you.
And again, it can be like 6, 7, 8 minutes. And also, one other factor is your stove. So in my commercial kitchen, I have a very high power gas stove, and everything cooks very quickly.
Right.
Electric stove might take a little bit longer, but you can just always like grab like a.
Yes, you try it. You take a fork.
Yeah.
You take a fork. You put under the cold water because the pasta is boiling, and you taste it.
I've got 200 of these. So, I have, every time I'm cooking, when I'm doing, I lay them all around my kitchen so I can, pick these up all the time. There's a berry. So, you can just pull out the pasta.
Yes.
Put
Put it under cold water. Or else you will be burning your mouth because it's coming out straight from the boiling water, right? And then you taste it. What else?
So now we have our bolognese, which is delicious.
Yeah.
It looks amazing. The quality of food that you use is going to really These beautiful, what?
Now this is wine. This is Chianti. Chianti
Okay,
is
we're
in,
off the line now.
Chianti is well, because I will add to the mixture. Basically, I will add to the sauce.
Okay, so you add the wine at the end, correct?
Yeah, Chianti is well, you want it to flavor the rest of all the ingredients. Chianti is from Tuscany region, so the center of the country where Florence is. But I used to make my pasta. I have the machine to make my own
Okay,
pasta.
pour the whole bottle in?
No, just a little bit. The rest of the bottle will go in my tummy.
So you think about this much, like a half a cup?
I would say for this quantity, because I've got 500 grams of meat, I would say probably now a full cup. A full cup, I would say, yeah. A full cup of wine. So yes,
Full cup of wine.
yeah,
Don't try not to drink it. Put it in your meat. You can drink it later.
correct.
Put the wine in a full cup, guys. So you're gonna add that at the end.
Yeah,
And then after time, the alcohol burns off.
yeah. The alcohol will evaporate. Anyways,
Yeah,
it will.
so people ask me that too. Like, well,
Yeah.
if I don't drink, can I add alcohol to my yeah, so all the alcohol just leaves that delicious.
Exactly. It will just give a taste to your thing. The same as I add rum, spice rum to my crepe, my French crepe in the dough. I add the rum inside the dough. So when you eat the crepe, the French crepe Suzette, you can taste the rum, spice rum in the dough, right? So it is exactly the same purpose when you add wine to the sauce. Yeah, my mom, when she makes bourguignon, because I was born in France.
Funny enough, guys, we've been cooking up here with Vincent Méreau in Canada, and he's cooked a beautiful bolognese, traditional bolognese sauce. His family, he grew up in Italy. He's got an international background. This has been absolutely delightful watching him cook this food. We're going to save this video on YouTube, and just talking about all the nuances. Even though it's 6 minutes, it's been about an hour, but we're just kind of going. But the truth is, it's like a lover. You don't want a lover to be fast. You want to be nice and slow and fun. So when you're cooking with someone, it's a really great opportunity to talk about your different experiences in cooking and where you were in different times of your life when you prepared a certain dish or how you grew up cooking. So we've been having fun talking about that. Vincent grew up in a household where the women cooked all the time. He learned how to cook young. Italy, France.
Correct.
Right? Am I right?
Correct.
And then we have Dubai, and he's from everywhere.
In the UK, I grew up in the UK. I didn't grow up. I did my studies in the UK. Yeah. In the US, I was working in the US at the Flying J Travel Plaza, cooking there. But back to the wine. So my mom, because I was born in France, in Burgundy, which is the place for bourguignon. So you need to soak the meat in the red wine. So you're using a Bourgogne red wine, and you soak the meat in during one day and one night. So it takes bourguignon. So it takes 3 days to prepare it. One day to make the preparation, let's say. So, and then one day you just leave it marinating. I think the video on Instagram just ended. But yeah, I think we are limited in time. Yeah, it took us probably an hour or something. But it's okay. I mean, YouTube is still running, and we've got here. Oh, she started another live. Excellent. Yeah. Oh, and how can I request to join now? There we go. Send the request to me. Yeah. Okay.
Vincent, we got cut off.
Yes. Yes.
Vincent, we got cut off.
Yes.
Send me a request.
It's already sent. Excellent.
I think that 6 minutes was too long.
Oh, maybe that's, yeah. But no, so yeah.
We got
So, well, the sauce is almost what I'm waiting here. So it's medium thermostat, okay, medium temperature. My sauce is still too wet, okay. So I need to because I've added.
Let me stop for a minute, Vincent, because Vincent and I have been on Rod for about an hour cooking wine. He's showing me how he prepares this beautiful, authentic golden from Italy, France, Poland, Dubai, the UK. This man, the international cook, Dr. Vincent Méreau, is cooking for us in Canada. And he was showing us how to make a simple 6-minute dish. It's been an hour, but he's very French. The French are very, they have to be relaxed, and I understand that.
Especially,
hopefully we've been giving everyone a lot of tips on cooking. I saved the last video so you'll
especially when you go to have a coffee on the terrace on the Champs-Élysées, for example, in Paris, your short coffee like this will last about 2 hours. Just random chit-chatting with friends, right? Takes about 2 hours to drink your coffee on a terrace in Paris, Champs-Élysées. Yes.
It's such a beautiful time of day to spend with people. We don't do that so much in America because slam everything down.
Lunch break.
I love taking the time to sip and chat.
Yes.
We've been talking now for over an hour about a 6-minute dish, and he's making a gorgeous bolognese.
I can smell. I can smell the wine, the evaporation, the emanations from the wine.
And then he added his meat, the meat that he had curated with salt. He added ground beef, a pound of ground beef.
Yeah, ground beef, correct. Yeah. That's about for 5 people because pasta we usually use 100 grams per person, just the pasta. So the sauce is on top of that.
Show us the dish, and then tell everybody what you added in after the meat. Show us the meat right now.
Yeah, so I've put the meat, I've put the onions afterwards, I've added the diced tomatoes, and then the olives, green sliced olives, but you can definitely use black olives. Black olives have a stronger taste, so that's also nice.
So would it be like a calamari olive?
Yeah. And
you can use whatever olives you have. Don't get hung up on it.
Yeah. Well, just remember to remove the seed from the pitted. You use pitted olives, right? Because you don't want people.
You don't want to bite down in your bolognese sauce and have it take your back to you.
Exactly.
Okay, so we added diced onions, diced tomatoes. Now he's adding wine.
So I've added some wine, Italian wine, Chianti, because this is an Italian dish, so I'm using Italian wine. For Bourguignon instead, like I was explaining before, my mom, she uses Burgundy. Bourguignon. Bourguignon, my mom, she uses the Burgundy wine, okay, that's from our region, and we leave it marinating for like 1 day and 1 night.
Thanks for joining us, and that's one of my
yeah, thank you for joining. Yeah.
And so Vincent and I, the last video, I just wanted to say, showing my piece and cooking together or inviting you for an hour. Now adding the wine, a cup of wine, it has bolognese sauce, and alcohol is after it's nice. So don't count on that to get you buzz.
Yeah.
It's just a nice flavor. And then, so where are we now with that? We're gonna add
now I am waiting that the sauce will dry a little bit, okay, because it's too much juice. It's sitting in the juice from the onions, the juice from the tomatoes, the juice from the olives. It's too much juicy, so it needs to dry a bit, or else it will be too mushy in your pasta.
Juicy sauce here.
Yeah. And at this point, this is the perfect time to add the Sexy Chef hot sauce to the sauce, because in Italy we would use the dry peperoncino, the dry chili, red chili, the dry one. Okay, the small one.
That jar we got cut off because I think we were on too long. So that's 6 minutes. We got our 6 minute dish. Went on and on. But it's been super fun because we're learning a lot about, you know, why you do things you do when you cook, what amount, how to make al dente pasta. Al dente pasta super important when you're making a meat dish or any dish, because you don't want it too mushy. You want al dente, means like crunchy, you know, a little bit on the harder side.
Exactly.
And then
and you add your sauce. Yeah.
Sexy Chef habanero hot sauce for the heat gives it a nice little kick.
Yeah.
And I was saying earlier, when you're cooking, everyone, always start light. You can always add more. You never want to go overboard. You don't want to be heavy-handed, and it's sexier to take your time when you're cooking and just slowly add flavors. We were talking about salt earlier. You don't want to use too much salt because you can't take salt out. You can't take the flavor out. You can always add it in. So, just take your time with your cooking. This technically could be a 6 minute dish, but we've dragged it out because we're talking about all the little nuances of cooking this beautiful bolognese sauce that Vincent has prepared for us. So, off to you again. Tell us where you're at.
No, at this point, I think it's the perfect time to start your pesto, because we leave the sauce dry during the preparation of your pesto, so you can do it now. And I will sit right here and stir my sauce, because I don't want it to burn. There's still some meat, right, in the sauce, so I don't want it to burn at the bottom.
Wait, I want that sauce. I have a here, I can just put a little in here. Perfect, thank you.
Scoop it.
I did, I got some. Yeah. I was teasing him about the 6 minute dish, but the fact is that yes, you can cook this gourmet dish quickly. Pesto always, everyone's like, oh, pesto is so gourmet. It is because it's fresh. It's fresh, but anybody can make pesto. And you make it quickly. It's so much butter to make it small. Rather than much. It's so hard to buy little things, little container of pesto, and it'll be quite expensive. Or you can just make it on your own. It's a lot more fun. And then if you happen to have a garden with fresh basil, you can just grow it yourself. And someone was asking me about basil the other day, growing it. When I grow basil, which I'm going to plant it pretty soon because the weather permits here, when I grow basil, I put like 6 or 7 plants because I want it to go wild. I love basil. I use it in everything.
Yeah, I love it too. I used to grow my own basil. Yeah.
Just a what?
To grow it. I used to grow it, my own basil.
Oh, yeah,
and then you take like.
Well, I'm not leaving. Hold on. So.
If you can show us your balsamico, like a strawberry chocolate vinegar balsamico, that would be perfect on caprese salad, and you use this fresh basil on it.
So I always have in my kitchen.
Yes, with the scissors. Yeah.
I tell everyone scissors. I've had these bad boys I'm not kidding you. I've had these for probably 15 years. All my really good stuff in my kitchen I've had forever. So you can sharpen them, you can wash them, you can take them apart. They're great. Right. And this particular pair is my favorite.
Yeah.
Everyone in my kitchen knows.
Wendy.
Everyone in my kitchen knows do not touch Sexy Chef scissors, okay?
Wendy, stick your tongue out. Stick your tongue out.
You want me to be quiet? So, I like scissors because, right now I don't have my cutting board in front of me, but, even for the basil, even when I'm just going to cut the stems off, I'm going to throw them in. Here. Look. This is hard because of Instagram, but I'm putting them in my little And then
What's the name of your dog?
Meg and Louie. So then we're gonna take
Sorry.
I keep going back and forth, sorry. So then we're gonna take that's Saturday. So I'm making a quick pesto sauce here. And then we're gonna take
This is my cook assistant. This is she's Chihuahua. Her name is Chloe, and she's a cook assistant. She's the quality control tester. Yeah.
Exactly. Same as my dog. So I have a half a cup of Parmesan cheese. Okay. You can either just get a block yourself and shred it, or you can buy it shredded. Either way, it's not a big deal. That's 3 ingredients so far, guys. So now we have basil, olive oil. I put it in the measuring cup. I normally would just, I don't want to add too much more, but I would just squirt it straight in. And then I'm actually gonna just put in, because this is a small amount of pesto. I'm just gonna put in 1 whole clove. Again, if you want it stronger, you can add more. Oh my gosh, one thing is good. So I have this little mini processor, right? And my mini processor has a hole here, so if I want, I can add more olive oil straight into it.
Oh yeah.
This is a KitchenAid item. It's very inexpensive, super easy. So I'm starting to see, like, right now, I can kind of look at the size. You see it's kind of chunky.
Yes.
So if you want to make it creamier, you can just keep adding, like, you add more olive oil, you can add more cheese. I personally, myself, I like it like this. Now, the cheese is going to break down depending on what kind of cheese you use. Like, if you have it, this is pretty shredded. And it's not, if I wanted to add more, like, basil, it's super easy. I just literally throw it back in there. I wanted a little more of that flavor. And again, like, when you're making pesto, do not put salt in it. Because it'll be too strong.
Yes, I agree.
And again, I love this little feature here because if I wanted to slowly add more olive oil, make it creamier, more liquidy, you don't want to add too much olive oil because if you add too much olive oil, then it just becomes oily and it's gross, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, So when I make a bread that everybody loves, right? It's simple, like Parmesan bread. It's super easy. Another thing that I think people sometimes get intimidated when they hear things like, oh, Parmesan sounds so complicated and difficult. It's all really easy stuff to make. So I just quickly made a pesto sauce here. You can use a blender, just a little, tiny processor. Super easy. See my pesto?
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
Want it to taste good?
So it's all about timing. Not to shred it too long, or it will be like a mousse. It will become a mousse, basically. But
You can pulse it. That's why I like this. That's why I like this little processor, because you heard me. You can pulse it, and then it also has that thing I
Yes.
talked. Like I said earlier,
Exactly.
Don't put too much olive oil. You don't want it to be all watery, because what happens if you do that, it might taste good for a minute, but you put it in the refrigerator, and then all the olive oil starts to rise on top, and it gets.
Yeah, it separates.
Yeah. And for me, like I want to taste everything. I don't want it to be too much olive oil, too much cheese, too much garlic. I want to taste every nuance of that. I just put in beautiful, fresh ingredients. I put in fresh basil, Parmesan cheese, garlic. So I want it all really nice olive oil. I want to taste that. So, I think it's Valentine's Day. Everyone also gets for Parmesan bread. By the way, Parmesan bread does not
True.
And
Yeah.
you can have a lot of fun with that because, like I have this beautiful brioche bread. I just have it in my kitchen, so I don't need to go out and buy extra bread. I'm just going to use what I have. I can even take a piece of sourdough bread if I had. I can take a hamburger bun. Whatever you have.
Cornbread. Yeah.
Don't let your house go crazy. Just use what you have in your house. And because there's no rules. It's not like there's not a specific bread assigned to Parmesan bread, right? So I do like to add a little butter. I had to show everybody my dessert. So I melted about a half a stick of butter earlier.
Okay.
And I don't, you don't have to use butter, but it tastes so yummy. And what I do is I have this, people see this in my video, it is not an S&M section.
Oh, too bad.
It could be. It's a brush. I use it in my kitchen. It's great, and it has a long handle, so
I use this. I use this on my butter to make my crepe because of all the different sticks on it. Yeah, and then you put it on your fry pan.
Exactly.
As a brush.
I did a video. Oh, the video I did last. Well, you watched live. I use it. I use it again. It's a silicone brush, and I just use it to coat like the pan. I use rocks a lot, so I'm literally just. Okay, so I'm taking the brush, and I'm just gonna brush on butter.
Yes, exactly. That's perfect.
So, because you don't want to put too much butter. You don't want to, again, when you're cooking, I mean, really the difference between becoming like a really, good chef is just the knowing the nuances, and taking your time. Like, you don't want to overdo anything. That's how it should be in life anyway, right? You never want to overdo anything in life. So then I take the olive oil. I'm just going to put a little, a lot of times I just mix the olive oil in with the butter, but I'm going to just put it in a separate cup here. And again, I'm not going to pour the olive oil directly on the bread because it would be way too much. So with a brush, and guys, you can get this really a brush in any market.
Yeah.
You truly can. It's not complicated. You can get it at any supermarket,
It is super convenient for so many things.
Brush. And if you don't like butter, if you can't, you're a vegan or you don't want butter, you do not have to use it. It's honestly just as yummy, just with really great olive oil. Some people even prefer it that way. So we take that, and then I have my tongs. I have them all over my kitchen. I use them for everything, just so I'm not handling food all the time in my own kitchen. But I take Parmesan. I just happen to have this shredded Parmesan. You can use like Parmesan slices, whatever you want. But I have this in my kitchen, so I'm just adding it on top of this. So I have brioche bread, a little bit of olive oil and butter. So there's one of two ways we can do this. You can put the pesto on and bake it in. But for me, like when I'm eating food like this, so I'm gonna put this in the broiler and let it melt. And then I'm gonna put the pesto over it. Some people like it baked in. I think it's sexier on top because it's fresh, because you already have, this is already gonna be baked, but it's sexier to have like, fresh pesto on top.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that?
So right now it's the final touch. It's finished now. I need to add the herbs, the dry herbs. Okay, so I would add some oregano, for example, here, a little bit. Okay, I have some cilantro and basil. So here comes the cilantro. This is dry cilantro, but then I have, those are all the dry herbs first. But then I have the fresh cilantro here that I will cut. So I will need to borrow your scissors, right?
Okay, here's my scissors. If you don't return them, I might hurt you. So I'm gonna put this. So I turn my broiler on, guys. It's time to get my oven on high, and I'm gonna stick the bread, the Parmesan bread, in the broiler.
Exactly.
Do not turn your broiler on and put food in it and walk away. Your food will burn quickly. Depending on your broiler, like some broilers are really like intense, and it can burn your food really fast. But the nice thing about a broiler with parmesan bread or something that you want to brown on top, it happens quickly.
Chop, chop, chop.
So
Here are the scissors, and we'll chop, chop, chop.
okay.
I've already washed, pre-washed the.
So that's exactly what
Yeah.
instead of taking a knife and chopping up my herbs, I always do the same thing.
So you don't want it too thin and not too big, because you still want a little bit of texture and consistency in your mouth, right? It keeps all the flavors. I would put a good. Yeah. I would put a good quantity because I love cilantro. This is fresh cilantro, but you can put some fresh basil as well. That works perfectly. You can always customize the recipe as you like it.
Alexa, turn down the volume. If you live on the California or Arizona, you can grow cilantro grows very well, both climates. But you have to make sure when you're growing fresh herbs that you have you want bright sunshine, the early morning sunshine, not as hot, and then you want sunshine in the morning so your herbs can get all those vitamins from the sun and the chlorophyll, and they'll grow, be beautiful. And then you want shade in the afternoon. If you try to grow herbs in full bright sunlight all day long, they will die.
So now we add.
I put my bread in Vincent like, I don't know, a minute ago. In 2 minutes, it's going to be ready. So I'm showing my followers here how quickly and easily you can make Parmesan bread by yourself. You don't need to go spend money and buy Parmesan bread because half the time it's going to have too much salt or things in it that aren't good for you. All you need is a good bread, olive oil, butter if you want, and Parmesan cheese. That's it. I showed you how to make pesto really quickly like that. Pesto is 4 ingredients. It's olive oil, basil, garlic, and cheese. Sorry, Parmesan cheese. 4 ingredients. That's it. I did it in this, little food processor. Not expensive. You can go to any superstore now and buy something like this. You can go to Groupon or Amazon. Not that expensive, $15. You saw you guys watching me make it quickly like that. I'm gonna go check on our bread.
Yes. Now I'm pouring the sauce into the pasta, and then I will add the cheese, and it's that's it. It's just the finishing now.
Yeah, I need probably another minute for our bread.
There we go. I put all my sauce, all right, with the 500 grams, so 1 pound of meat and everything.
Hi everyone, thanks for joining us. Vincent and I have been cooking this afternoon and having class. You go on my feed. The first hour that we cooked, I don't know if it's on there yet, but it'll definitely be on our feed. You'll see that we cooked. Well, he cooked a beautiful traditional Italian bolognese. Absolutely gorgeous. We've had fun just learning about different cultures and how to prepare food and why we do things the way we do. Hopefully, you guys have been learning a lot. I know I always love to learn from chefs as well. Everyone has their own style. But get one take out of this to make sure to have fun.
Yes. So pasta is ready. I will just pour it inside this plate here.
As I'm reaching to the oven backwards, like this, or pot on fire, but that's funny. So I'm so used to that kind of stuff, having, kitchens and stuff. But be very careful when you're using a broiler. You shouldn't do it the way I did it. You should always, be facing it. But anyway, hey Vincent, look at my bread.
Woo! I bet it smells good as well.
Oh my God.
I need the battery. Okay, so I will use it here. Remove this one. Up, plug this one in. There we go. Okay, now we'll start the phone again, and I will prepare. So this I can clear it. We don't need the salt. We don't need the pepper anymore. What else we can clear? We don't need the olive oil. We don't need the hot sauce anymore. So now I only have Parmesan cheese that I will put. I will pour on the pasta. We've got a big plate of pasta, as you can see. I will try to bring the computer somehow there so you can see better. There we go. Okay, let's try if the phone will restart. It would be great, because with the video I've been using too much power on the battery, too much battery. And so this is what it looks like. So it's very simple to make. Of course, it took us like an hour because we were chit-chatting a lot, but actually, yes, it takes, I would say, about 25 minutes. When I make it just in 25 minutes, it's done. Very easy, not too many ingredients. Now we'll try to go back on IG, on Instagram, so that we can jump back into the session, the live session on Instagram. That she initiated it. This is TikTok and this is Instagram. Okay, so she's here. Okay. This is just a video from her. Okay, I want the live. Live is here. Okay.
And then Instagram, I don't know, froze. Maybe his phone died. I'm not sure. But
send request.
It's been so much fun. I will probably try to jump back on because I really want everyone to see the final product of what he made.
Okay.
He does place.
Yeah, sorry guys, I ran out of battery, but I plugged it in, and now we've got. I do apologize, sorry everybody about that. Yeah, this is the.
No, it's okay, Vincent. I can carry the show. I kept going on. I kept it live. I told everyone, "Oh my gosh, look at that! That's beautiful!" And look at the bread I made to go with it.
Wow, excellent. This
So,
is really good.
You know, I was telling people earlier that, you know, whenever I serve like Parmesan bread, I'll do half of them, you know, with pesto and half without. Because not everybody likes pesto. I like to put it on fresh. I don't like to bake it because you already have a baked bread and Parmesan. So I like to put an element of, you know, fresh live food on top. That's why I don't cook the pesto. And wouldn't the pesto be delicious, the pure dish as well?
I'm adding some Parmesan.
Did you hear what I said?
Yes, with the pesto, yeah.
Wouldn't the pesto be delicious with your dish as well?
Absolutely, yeah, as an antipasti, yeah.
Yes, of course.
Yes, of course, as an antipasti. So what I would now I'm adding just some colors. Okay, so we've got.
So if you weren't watching earlier, I made it, and it's I just have a little easy a food processor, a little tiny KitchenAid one. You can get them on Amazon. You can go to the superstore and get them. They're not expensive. I use it for everything. I chop garlic, I chop onions, especially like today. He used half an onion. So some people don't like chopping onions. I'm lucky I wear contacts, so when I chop them, my eyes don't water. The contacts protect my eyes. But some people don't like chopping them, so I suggest that you just cut it in 4 pieces and throw it in your food processor and boom, like that. You just pulse it, and your onion will be finely chopped. You can also do that with garlic. Oh, wow.
Those are my cherry tomatoes. Okay, we're just
So do you have access to like really beautiful foods in Montreal?
In Canada, it's hard to. It's not as easy as in Europe. It's not as easy as in Europe. Like for example, you have in Lyon, in France, you have some 5-star chefs, 5 stars restaurant, and I know, for example, one of them, Paul Bocuse, where he used to get his cheese. So basically, his cheese he was selling in his restaurant the piece of cheese for like $20, just a very very tiny slice in your plate. So I just go buy it directly from the producer in the countryside there. Goat cheese, yeah, goat cheese.
Okay, guys. Okay, if you live in America, did you hear that? He's 20. So we need to really appreciate what we can get. Things are more expensive here. They are. Our prices, our groceries have almost doubled lately. But imagine that, one little slice of cheese for $20. So we're super lucky. And if you're fortunate enough to live in a state like Arizona or Hawaii or
Well,
California,
because it was a 5-star restaurant, but then if you want to buy regular cheese like I buy it from the producer, like 10 times cheaper, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so in a 5-star restaurant, I missed that part.
Yeah. He was an international chef. Paul Bocuse is very famous around the world, opening restaurants also in Tokyo, Japan. Yeah. It's a signature name.
What?
It's a signature name.
So for my followers, hi, welcome. I've got my company straps on and you'll love. I'm here in my kitchen. Dr. Vincent Méreau. I don't know what he's a doctor of. Are you a doctor of food? Are you a doctor of love? Are you a doctor of philosophy? Are you
You name it.
Are you a Dr. Doolittle? Are you feel good?
It's in economy. Global economics.
I'm wrong in all of them. It's not Doolittle, he's not Bill Gates. He's a doctor in economics. Thank God. We need somebody here now.
Remember Dr. Nuts with Nutty with Eddie Murphy?
Dr. Phil, so my top video on TikTok, which is like almost 500,000 views. The song is Dr. Feel Good. Dr. Feel Good.
And
that song.
We need Italian wine to taste with that.
Oh my gosh. I'm starving. I need it. I need some of that now. That was beautiful. So pretty. Here's some bread.
Yes.
I brought. That's my contribution.
Yes.
And by the way.
Cheers, guys.
I'm gonna make a suggestion to our followers. Let's say you get invited to a party or cook with someone, or let's say your girlfriend or boyfriend or whoever's gonna cook dinner for you. You can bring this bread. Like how I showed you earlier. You just have it all prepared with the cheese and everything on top. When you're there, right before dinner, like literally right when you're getting ready to put the plates down, throw the bread in the broiler a great host gift too. Well, just to bring it, you don't have to bring it cooked, just bring it raw, like I showed you. Just wrap it up. You get here, throw it in the broiler, and voila. You have
Voila.
See how it just crisps on the edges?
Yeah, that's perfect.
And the bread and the cheese just melted perfectly.
That looks very good. Yeah. Where is your glass?
In restaurants here, if you order they have like Parmesan bread. It's like, you know.
Where is your glass of wine?
They act like it's caviar. Cheers. I know I'm not supposed to cheers with water, but that's all I have.
Cheers. Ding.
Well, it's gorgeous. And then, you know, the perfect way to, as a last course for this meal, is look at these berries I have.
Nice.
Wait, hold on. Okay, that didn't work. Let me just pull them over. We need a film crew here. We need camera.
Yeah.
There. Look at these berries.
Wow.
So I feel really fortunate to live where I live, where I'm able to easily, accessibly get those berries. But of course, you're not going to eat them like that. You're not going to just have a big, huge thing of berries. You know, I'm just going to grab like a handful of blueberries. Here, I'll lift this up. Handful of blueberries, blackberries. Are you able to get blackberries?
Yeah, I love blackberries.
So good, right? Does that remind you of France?
I have jam. I use jam, marmalade, blackberries, marmalade for breakfast.
And then raspberries.
Blackberries I use for breakfast. Yeah, raspberry, I love the wild. I love the wild raspberries. Yes, directly from the woods.
Blackberry, raspberry, strawberry. I do all the berries. Blueberry, blackberry. You know, and I showed this video last week. I told people, you know, you could. I'm gonna grab a knife. I'll be right back.
Yeah, that looks delicious. That looks yummy-licious. Final touch.
Then a little paring knife. You know, cut the stem off, and then just cut a few little pieces. Strawberry.
Mm-hmm.
Cut it in little slices and dig it in my hand. I don't suggest that for everybody, but I do have some skills here. Cut it in your hand.
And you add some liquid chocolate on it?
What?
You add some liquid chocolate on top of it?
What?
Liquid chocolate on top of it,
Yes,
on top of the strawberries?
Liquid chocolate, hold on. Well, it's chocolate strawberry. So I just cut, you know, the whole strawberry in little pieces, so it kind of looks like little hearts. Oh, here.
Yeah.
Little hearts.
Yeah. Wow, romantic.
And then my chocolate strawberry balsamic, which is you know, one of my signature products, and hopefully you'll be getting it when you get your hot sauce.
Yes.
So it's Italian Modena, dark Modena balsamic, and it's infused with fresh strawberry juice.
Aceto balsamico di Modena.
And French cacao pests. We have French, Italian, and we'll just say the strawberries are from California. So we'll say it's international.
Yeah.
And possibly Mexico. So and I just drizzle it. See that? It's got a nice, it's not too thick, it's not too runny, it's just perfect. It's very, a bottle goes a long way, or it can go fast depending on how much you use it. But I just drizzle that on top of the fruit. And when I tell you, I wish you could taste this. It's so good. There you go.
Oh la la.
Ooh la la. Ooh la la.
Perfect.
So that took 30 seconds.
Yeah, just the time for cigarette. Just the time for coffee and smoke.
So we made a beautiful meal, everyone. We did like I guess you could consider it a 3-course. Well, this isn't a course. This is just something you add to. But
yes, it's an antipasti. It's the first course of the five 5-course
Yeah,
meal.
it's
Yeah.
anti-fasting, then we had the golden egg, and we had dessert. So we did a 3-course meal here, and that's plenty, by the way. You could add a salad, but I think that's too much. Personally, I can't eat that much food. I don't like to add all those different things. Like, to me, this is a perfect balance. Just, like a nice starch with bread with your beautiful bolognese. Let me see your bolognese again, please. Get in real close. That's gorgeous. Yeah. I love that. Well, it was a total blast doing this with you.
Yeah, I love it.
And learning about, your culture and how you grew up. Now, Vincent, is this something like that you cook for your friends or a date, or what would you?
Well,
is this something you do all the time?
The problem is this is the quantity for like 5 people, let's say, okay? Because I put 500 grams, remember, 100 grams per person. Yeah, but I'm alone. So that would... Yeah, exactly. So I've got my Tupperware, and I will stack for the rest of the week, basically. Yeah, that will do like five meals. So lunch, dinner, and that's it. It's gone. So I cook for the weekend.
That's the other thing. You cook one day, but you have enough food for a few meals. And same with the bread. You can take like 4 or 5 slices. And this is a lot. Like, I would normally just cut this in half. I mean, 1 piece. This is a lot. This could actually be like with breakfast. This could be a meal.
Yeah.
You add eggs to it with this. It'd be delicious. Some hot sauce. Perfect.
Yeah.
So when you're cooking, if you overcook a little bit, just try to think forward what you're gonna do. You can store it.
Yes.
You can eat that bolognese with eggs. Put it in a burrito. Oh my gosh, that's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little hot sauce. Oh,
absolutely. 100%.
So it was super fun, and I look forward to doing this with you again. I hope all of our thank you for putting up with us. We tried to get 2 chapters, couldn't figure it out.
Yeah.
We jumped over here a few times, but I hope you all enjoyed it.
And if you need
there's no rules, and it's been a total blast. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, likewise. And if the people, they need some more explanation, if they want us to repeat what we put in it, like the list of the ingredients and stuff, just PM, just leave a message, and we can put whatever we put as an ingredient in it into the recipe. Yeah.
And tell me, before we go, one more time, tell me your YouTube station.
So the YouTube is Vignette Farm. It's written V as in Victor, INYAT as in Tango, farm. Just a farm, because it's all about the products from the produce from the land, from agriculture and farming. So the cheese, dried aged meat, like prosciutto, salami, pepperoni, wine, of course, wineries. So grape in the wineries. So we've got some Italian wine from Italy that we import from Italy to Dubai. Olive oil, it all comes from the earth. Cheese, like Parmigiano Reggiano cheese, the real one. We import these things to Dubai. Yeah.
Lovely. Well, thank you so much. Happy Saturday, and we'll do this again.
Yes. See you guys. Enjoy your weekend. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Try to end it.
Okay. There you go. I hope you guys enjoyed. This is Facebook. I will just give you a better view. It was not easy manipulating all the cameras around, but okay. So this is the final dish. As you can see, it's a large quantity for like 5 people. But like I said, it can be only for 1 person, and you just store it. Like it can do lunch or dinner. And perfect. That's it. So you've got the pasta, you've got the sauce, you've got the Parmesan cheese, and then you've got the cherry tomatoes on the top here. You've got fresh cilantro. There we go. I hope you guys enjoyed it. stay tuned for other recipes. We can go like French recipes, Mexican recipes, you name it. We can make some more. Okay. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Bye bye, everybody. Okay. Same here, YouTube people. There we go. There we go. This is the final dish. Okay, so we've cooked pastel ragu, as we call it, and she cooked some pesto. Also berries for desserts with chocolate topping. And chocolate goes very well with red wine. And vice versa. The red wine goes very well with chocolate. We do also have, if you want to choose like a more sweet wine, you've got, we call it the golden wines from southern of France. They are sweet. They have a sweet taste. They go very well with dessert, cakes, chocolate, you name it, all desserts. But if you have strict strawberries with chocolate topping, recommend definitely. She can use a Californian wine, Shiraz, that goes very well, and that's it. Yeah, and this is the dish. This is the pasta as a main course. Ta-da! And it's all mine. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and we'll definitely make more videos in the future. Bye bye. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Bye.